Ever wonder how we've arrived at today's hyper-realistic gaming world from the pixelated simplicity of the 70s? Our journey begins in the 1950s, a time when the concept of video games was just a glimmer in the eyes of visionaries. It was an era of innovation and imagination where the seeds of this digital revolution were first planted. The first video games were simple, created for academic or military use, far from the entertainment powerhouses we know today. But these rudimentary forms of electronic gaming sparked an idea, a spark that would ignite the flame of the video game industry. In the early 70s, this spark caught fire with the creation of Pong. It was a game of such simplicity, just two paddles and a bouncing ball, yet it captured the world's imagination. Pong was a sensation, launching the arcade era and introducing video games to the public in a big way. The success of Pong and the arcade games that followed laid the foundation for the gaming industry. These machines, with their bright lights and electronic sounds, were the first to bring gaming into the mainstream. They sparked a fascination with the digital world that would only grow with time. These basic yet revolutionary games would pave the way for a booming digital industry. So, buckle up as we delve deeper into the evolution of video games, from the dawn of this digital age to the hyper-realistic gaming world of today. The 1980s brought a seismic shift in the gaming world, introducing what many of us remember fondly, the home console. In the late 1970s, Atari stirred the waters with the launch of the Atari 2600. This was not just a game, it was a revolution. It was the first gaming console that used interchangeable cartridges, opening up a whole new world of gaming possibilities. The Atari 2600 brought the arcade experience into the living room, and for the first time, players could enjoy a multitude of games without leaving their homes. But the gaming landscape was about to be transformed again. Across the Pacific, in the land of the rising sun, a company named Nintendo was about to make its mark. In 1985, Nintendo released the Nintendo Entertainment System, or NES for short, and the world of gaming was never the same. The NES was more than just a console. It was a cultural phenomenon. It boasted a library of games that pushed the boundaries of what was thought possible in home gaming. Games like The Legend of Zelda and Metroid introduced complex narratives and open-world exploration, while others like Duck Hunt utilized novel accessories for a more immersive experience. But perhaps no game had as much impact as Super Mario Bros. It was a simple concept, a plumber, a princess, and a horde of enemies in a fantastical world, yet its tight controls, charming visuals, and iconic music captured the hearts of millions. It wasn't just a game, it was an adventure. It was an invitation to explore new worlds, to conquer challenges, and to become heroes. Super Mario Bros. Was a testament to the potential of video games as a form of storytelling and art. The Atari 2600 and the NES were more than just pieces of technology. They were gateways to new worlds, new adventures, and new experiences. They brought the arcade into the living room, and in doing so, they changed the way we play and the way we view games. The success of these consoles cemented video gaming as a popular form of home entertainment. As technology progressed, so did the complexity and depth of video games. Imagine, if you will, the mid-90s, a time of flannel shirts, grunge music, and the birth of 3D gaming. Two industry titans, Sony and Nintendo, were set to revolutionize the gaming world with the release of PlayStation and Nintendo 64. This was not just a step forward, this was a leap into the third dimension. This transition into 3D gaming was akin to the first time you put on a pair of glasses, seeing the world in a whole new light. No longer were games confined to the two-dimensional plane, they were now immersive, interactive worlds. Worlds that you could explore, get lost in, and feel a part of. The PlayStation and Nintendo 64 were not merely consoles, they were gateways. Gateways to these new, unexplored territories that were teeming with possibilities. The introduction of 3D environments paved the way for the creation of new genres, games that were more than just games. They were epic sagas, thrilling adventures, and mind-boggling puzzles, all waiting to be experienced in 3 dimensions. The leap into 3D also brought about a shift in the perception of video games. No longer were they seen as just a pastime, they were now recognized as a form of art. They were a medium that allowed for the telling of stories that were just as captivating, if not more so, than those found in books or on the silver screen. The introduction of 3D gaming marked a turning point in the history of video games. It was a time of innovation, a time of exploration, and a time of growth. It was a time when video games became more than just a way to pass the time. They became a way to experience new worlds. This was the era that saw the creation of iconic games like Super Mario 64, Metal Gear Solid, and The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Games that not only pushed the boundaries of what was possible, but also set the standard for future generations. With the advent of 3D, video games became a medium for immersive storytelling. The new millennium brought with it a new frontier for gaming: the internet. In the early days of the 21st century, as the world was getting more connected, so were our games. The idea of online gaming started to take shape, and with it, the landscape of video gaming was forever altered. Imagine being able to play your favorite video game not just with your sibling or friend sitting next to you, but with someone halfway across the globe. That's exactly what online gaming brought to the table. It opened up a world of possibilities where players could compete or cooperate with others in real time, regardless of their geographical location. This was a game changer, literally. The rise of online gaming wasn't just about playing games, it was about building communities. Suddenly, gamers were not just individuals isolated in their own corners of the world, but part of a global network of players. They could share strategies, celebrate victories, and commiserate over defeats. They could meet new friends, form teams, and even participate in worldwide tournaments. Popular genres like MMORPGs, or massively multiplayer online role-playing games, thrived in this new environment. Games like World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy XI created massive virtual worlds where players could explore, quest, and battle together. But the revolution wasn't just limited to PCs. Home consoles jumped into the online fray as well. The PlayStation 2, Xbox, and GameCube began to offer online services, further blurring the line between single and multiplayer gaming. However, like all revolutions, this one came with its own set of challenges. Issues like cyberbullying, online harassment, and game addiction became serious concerns. Developers and communities had to work together to create safer, more inclusive gaming environments. In spite of these challenges, online gaming has continued to grow and evolve, influencing not just the way we play games, but how we interact and connect with each other. Whether it's the thrill of competing in a Fortnite battle royale, the joy of building a world together in Minecraft, or the camaraderie found in a League of Legends team, the impact of the online revolution is undeniable. Online gaming turned video games from a solitary activity into a social phenomenon. In the blink of an eye, we've arrived at today's gaming landscape. And what a landscape it is! It's as diverse and expansive as the virtual worlds we now have at our fingertips. Today, gaming isn't just about consoles or PCs anymore. Mobile gaming has swept across the globe, bringing games to every pocket and every palm. Whether you're matching candies while commuting or raiding dungeons during your lunch break, gaming has become an integral part of our everyday lives. It's no longer confined to the realm of the gamer. It's for everyone, everywhere. But the evolution doesn't stop there. Virtual reality, or VR, has propelled us into a new era, offering an immersive experience that goes beyond the screen. It's like stepping into another world, a world where you're no longer just a player but an inhabitant. From exploring alien landscapes to becoming a virtual superhero, VR has opened up infinite possibilities, redefining the boundaries of what a game can be. And let's not forget the rise of indie games. These are the gems crafted by smaller teams, often driven by a passion for storytelling and innovative gameplay. They might not have the blockbuster budgets, but they have heart. They've given us some of the most memorable gaming experiences of recent years, proving that you don't need a massive studio to make a splash in the gaming world. Gaming has also permeated our culture in ways we never could have imagined. It's in our music, our movies, our fashion. It's even in our education and healthcare, with games being used to teach, heal, and inspire. We've seen esports fill stadiums, watched as streamers became celebrities, and cheered as video game characters were inducted into the Walk of Fame. And it's not just about entertainment anymore. Gaming has become a platform for social change, for raising awareness, for building communities. It's a place where voices can be heard, where ideas can be shared, where friendships can be forged. It's a place where everyone can belong. So here we are, standing at the forefront of this incredible journey, wondering what's next. What new worlds will we explore? What stories will we tell? What challenges will we overcome? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, the future of gaming is bright, and we can't wait to see where it takes us. From the simple beginnings of Pong to the immersive worlds of today, video games have truly evolved into a dominant cultural force.